guys, Marcellus here. Today I'm going to be going over 5 easy ways to troll your friends with some bonus things at the end, so stay tuned for that, and I hope you enjoy them. For the first tip on how to troll your friends, all you need to do is get a crafting table inside of their house or anywhere that they usually are crafting. And what you're going to do is you're going to take a sticky piston and you're going to place it one behind the crafting table itself, and you're going to make a little V with sticky pistons. And you're going to come to the back and you're going to place a redstone torch right below the sticky piston that is going to be pushing the crafting table. And you're going to take some redstone dust and you're going to attach it, and it's going to go all the way to the front. So basically where you want your button to go. If you want your button in the back or anything like that. And at the front you're just going to have your button here. And what it's going to do, I'll show you guys an example of what it's going to do in just a second. So you're going to come to your crafting table and you're going to put something inside of it. And then without knowing exactly what's going on, your friends are going to be very confused, and you just make a little hole underneath the crafting table and it can drop into lava if you want to be really cruel, and it can do anything. And basically you'll have yourself out here pushing the button, and as they push the button, obviously it's going to automatically take the items out of the crafting table and they're just going to drop down the hole. So that's the first one, and we'll move on to the next one now. For number 2, it's very simple to do, and what we have here is just a normal door, as you can see, just a regular iron door. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn it to a troll door. So you're going to break the door, you're going to dig 2 down and go 1 directly below where the door is going to go, and you're going to place a redstone torch down there. As you can see, redstone torch. You're going to fill back in the hole with whatever desired material. You're going to place a pressure plate on both sides. And then you're going to stand in front of the doorway and look to your left and place it so that the door is placed on the wrong side. And what happens now is if your friends try to come home and go back into their house, the door doesn't open because of the redstone torch. And what happens if they mine it back out and they place the door down, it'll work fine, but it'll actually be stuck open. So they have to try and figure out what is causing it, and it's actually the redstone torch below it. So that's just a quick little trick that you can kind of troll your friends with, and we'll be moving on to number 3 in just 1 second. Tip number 3 is probably the most simple thing you can troll your friends with, but can you tell the difference between the left side and the right side of this pumpkin farm? If you look really closely, you can actually see that there's tripwire preventing the pumpkins from growing. So the left side will grow fine, but the right side won't. So if you are kind of visiting your friend or whatever at his little house and he has a little farm, you can just put some string down and it'll prevent his pumpkins or melons from actually growing at all. And they won't really be able to see easily what exactly is causing it. So it's just a cool little troll tip, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And I'll be moving on to tip number 4. For tip number 4, it's kind of really evil, but it's kind of a lot of fun, so I highly recommend it personally. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to your friend's house or anyone's house, you know, I guess enemy, friend, whatever, and you're going to actually dig out a 2x3 little hole by the door. You can leave the base that the door is going to go on. You need a sticky piston. The sticky piston is going to go 1 block away from that. And you need a redstone dust, and it's just going to go right there. You're going to put a block here, you're going to put a redstone torch on the opposite side, And then you're going to cover it back up with the building material that is near the house, so it's a little bit more hidden. And you're going to place a door. It can be an iron door or a wooden door. And you're going to place a pressure plate. And now what's going to happen is when your friend comes home to go and run into his house, he's actually going to get stuck in this, and he's not going to be able to do anything except jump. And this actually does a lot of damage because of the sticky piston here. And he's not going to be able to get out. So it's kind of really mean, but it's also kind of amusing. And in order to reset it, all you have to do is just put the door back down, and it'll just keep happening. So it's kind of cool and, you know, mean, but it's a lot of fun. So that completes tip number 4, and the last tip is coming up in just a second. For the last tip, tip number 5, it's also a lot of fun, and there are a lot of ways that you can kind of set it up. And what you do is you find a corner of your friend's house, say this is his house. What you're going to do is you're going to go in the back and you're going to dig a 2x2 hole. You're going to take a sticky piston and place it flush against the wall, and in front of the sticky piston, technically in the back, you're going to break a block and place a torch directly there, and then you're going to place a building material on top of it. And what you're going to do now is you're going to want to power a block directly or diagonally from the sticky piston. So you're going to take some redstone and you're going to go like that. And now you're going to take a repeater and face the redstone from the block and set it to 2. And what you're going to do now is you can fill in the holes. As you can see, it's already a bud switch. So what you're going to do inside is you're actually just going to place a block that kind of looks suspicious. So you can take, you know, cobblestone, you can take sandstone, anything you want, and I'll just do cobblestone like that. And that way when your friend comes in and he's like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna break this cobblestone here. Well, what you can do to kind of make it a little bit interesting is place a redstone torch directly next to the redstone, and you can place TNT up here. So let's pretend the redstone lamp is TNT for a quick second. As you can see the torch. And when you break the cobblestone, it's going to set off the TNT. So it's just kind of a little trick, and you can do many things with this, but I want to keep it a little safe for right now so I don't blow up the house. But it's cool, and you know, you can even put just wood there or whatever. Sandstone looks very weird. And he'll come home, you know, and he'll just break the block and boom. So that's the last one for you guys, and I have a little bonus one coming up next, so I will be right back. To kind of go over tip number 5 one more time, I have a vertical bud switch that you guys can do as well. You don't have to do the horizontal one like I did back there, so this is just a quick little setup that you can do, and as you can see, it works just like the horizontal one. It's very quick to set up, and it works the same, so that way if you have the house set up, you know, you'll have the block here and then they'll break it and it'll work just the same. So I'm gonna be going on to the bonus one now, and I will be right back.